to an essential topic of economics, which is the nature of the function of money. So let's get started right away. We're going to explore what money is, its critical functions, the historical barter system, intrinsic value, and the types of money that have been used throughout history. We're also going to unravel the process of how money is created in modern banking. So let's get started with the functions of money. So money serves several key functions in an economy. First, it acts as a medium of exchange, which simplifies the process of buying and selling goods and services. It also serves as a unit of account, which provides a common measure of all goods and services, which makes trade more straightforward, and as well as a store of value where money can be saved today and then used in the future, which helps it retain its value over time. And lastly, it functions as a standard of deferred payment, meaning it is widely accepted as a way to settle debts. So an example here is the US dollar, which is used globally for these purposes. Next, we're going to talk about a barter system. So before money was created, people relied on the barter system as an exchange where goods and services were traded directly for other goods and services. However, the system had significant limitations. It required a double coincidence of wants, meaning both parties had to have exactly what the other wanted. It also lacked a common measure of value and made storing wealth particularly challenging. So like for example, imagine trying to trade a cow for multiple bags of grain. So it can get pretty complicated. Next, what makes one form of money better than another? So good money has several characteristics. It must be durable, portable, divisible, uniform, limited in supply, and also widely accepted. So money's value can be intrinsic, which means that it's based on the material it's made from, like gold coins, or nominal, where its value is defined legally, such as paper money, which we use today. So the intrinsic value of gold coins ensures that they have worth beyond what's just their face value, making them highly prized historically. So there's two main types of money, commodity-backed and fiat money. Commodity-backed money, like the gold standard, can be exchanged for commodity at a fixed rate. So fiat money, however, is going to be based solely on government decree and isn't backed by a physical commodity. So for example, in the US, for gold-backed currency pre-1971 to fiat money post-1971. So this shows different approaches to controlling money supply and managing economic stability. We used to be commodity-backed and we're no longer commodity-backed. So now let's talk about how new money is created through fractional reserve banking. So banks are required to keep only a fraction of their deposits as reserves. This system allows banks to lend out the majority of deposited money, which in turn creates new money. So for example, with a 10% reserve requirement, a $1,000 deposit can potentially result in up to $10,000 of new money created through loans. And lastly, how banks create money. So in practice, when a bank receives a deposit, it keeps a fraction as reserves and then it lends out the rest, as we learned in class. So this lending becomes a deposit in another bank, which then leads again and so on. So the cycle creates multiples and the initial deposit expanding the money supply. So the implications are very profound as this process influences inflation, interest rates, and just overall economic growth. So understanding this helps us grasp the pivotal role banks play in our economy. So that is my presentation over these topics.